Hey everybody, it's Jacob with Electric Trading Cards, and today I'm bringing you the Pokemon Weekly Auction Recap. The first one of this channel. If you don't know me, and I've been in this hobby really since I was a kid, but really buying and selling since 2015. I've seen the market's highs and I've seen the market lows, so I've been around for a while. And I'm happy to bring you guys this first video of my channel. I'm excited to do more market recap content because if you're in the hobby, one thing's certain, that's that prices are going to go up and prices are going to go down. They're going to fluctuate, right? So I plan on being in that Pokemon hobby forever, and this is just one way where I could hope to bring you guys some value. Getting into the Pokemon market recap, Pokemon is still red hot. It's still so strong right now. Pokemon card sales are up month over month, about 7%. The pendulum has definitely swung a little bit from modern to vintage. Modern is still doing very well, but vintage is doing fantastic. So let's get into a few sales for modern and vintage Pokemon cards, and then we'll get into some sealed sales as well. All right, so starting out this week with some vintage Pokemon sales, we had this PSA 10 Meganium from Expedition sell for $3,475. Up next, we had a PSA 10 Eevee Skyridge Reverse Holo sell for $4,400. We also had this PSA 5 Legendary Collection Reverse Holo Charizard sell for an even $2,000. Next, we had this PSA 10 Mewtwo from EX Holo Phantoms Reverse Holo sell for $6,500. We then had this beautiful PSA 10 Team Magma's Houndoom sell for $2,745. Up next, we had this PSA 10 Paris Sparkle Holo from Topps Chrome Series sell for $449. Then we had everybody's favorite PSA 10 Poliwrath from Base Set 2 sell for $650. We also had this PSA 9 Base Set Charizard sell for $2,800. Up next, we had the CGC 9 Rockets Mewtwo from the Best of Game series sell for $650. And it seems like yesterday I remember this card selling in a PSA 10 for around that same price. Up next, we had this PSA 10 Japanese Gengar from the Fossil set sell for $4,150. Wow. Next, we had this PSA 8 Gold Star Japanese Mudkip sell for $4,651. We then had this PSA 10 First Edition Fossil Articuno non-holo sold for an even $550. Up next is this PSA 10 Rayquaza from EX Deoxys Reverse Holo sold for a staggering $15,218. This PSA 6 Shadowless Charizard sold for $1,675. Then had this Korokoro Mew PSA 9 sell for $2,460. And then this PSA 9 Snorlax CD promo, which sold for $208.50. Up next, we had the CGC 10 Poliwag from Unseen Forces Reverse Holo sold for $54. Then we had the CGC 9 Ditto from EX Delta Species sell for $167.50. These reverse holos have been somewhat on the rise lately, it seems. And then moving into some more modern sales, we have this PSA 10 Marshadow and Machamp GX from Unbroken Bonds sell for an even $175. Up next, we had a Japanese Mega Rayquaza EX from XY sell for $2,800. Then we had this PSA 10 Team Rocket's Nidoking from Destined Rivals sell for an even $270. This PSA 10 Lily Full Art from Ultra Prism sold for $1,700. We then had this PSA 10 Japanese Pikachu EX 20th Anniversary Series Pokemon cards sold for $5,700. Next, we had this PSA 10 Full Art Rayquaza from Evolving Skies sell for $675. Up next, we had this Blastoise and Piplup GX from Cosmic Eclipse sell for $1,399.95. We then had this Charizard EX from Paldean Fates, the SIR, sell for $640 even. Up next, we had this PSA 9 Bubble Mew SIR sell for $550, and yes, that was a PSA 9. Then we had this PSA 10 Giratina V from Lost Origin sell for $2,050, and it seems like yesterday this card was selling for $700. We then had this PSA 10 SIR Mega Charizard from Phantasmal Flames sell for $1,100. Up next is Mewtwo V-Star PSA 10 from Crown Zenith sold for $395. We had this PSA 10 Secret Rare Mew V Max from Fusion Strike sell for $382. And last but not least, we have the CGC 10 Pristine Starmie V Trainer from Astral Radiance sell for an even $425. And then we end the recap with some interesting sales. As you can see here, we had this Ascended Heroes God Pack that was just opened, sold for $1,976.14. Wow. We then have this Mew sealed promo from 2000 sell for $107.50. Then we had this first edition Fossil pack with the Lapras art sell for $389.99. And last but not least, I thought this was a pretty cheap sale in terms of everything we've gone through so far, because it's vintage sealed product technically, and that's a sealed Fossil Bodyguard theme deck, sell for an even $125. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will be doing these weekly auction recaps weekly, so make sure you guys tune in next week just to get caught up with the market. Thanks, guys.